Okay. Am I recording right now? Okay. All right. So, all right. I don't think this microphone's gonna work on me because it's not as quality as you think. So, gotta be mindful with this. All right. I'm gonna settle in right now, and then we'll get started. So, okay. All right. Go on the show. Um, right now, this is my home right now, so we're gonna do this episode at home while we have some distractions going on so that we'll have no noise or anything. Just sitting in the screen, just things down. And as it currently outside right now, because there's a little dark clouds, so potentially it's might be raining today. Okay, I am really excited to just see you there because I'm here. I'm really so excited to just see you right now on the other side, just to keep these things up. Okay, so like I said, I had to lower down the voice so you won't even to see all the background noises right there because they're watching TV right now, so everything's good. So, ugh, I got a lot of things to talk about right now. So the last time I have spoken to you, this was in August. It was before I did, the summer games that I have. Yeah, it was supposed to. I had a lot of good time. It's really nice to participate so that you can meet other people from other employees that I had here. But all of a sudden, I somehow won on one of the events. And one of the events that we have, it's called Brainbusters. So what Brainbusters does is you have 10 minutes to solve four sections. There are four sections that you have to solve, and then hopefully you can make points. Whoever makes most points in under 10 minutes will win. So the first section one that they have here is a memory. So they'll show you 20. You have 20 seconds to show where all the pieces is. And if it's, I don't know if it's a matter of the vertical or the design, what they have. So that we divide ourselves into three because we have me and the other two teams from another, no, from other department. But we're usually my job. We're usually at, usually works on my job, one of my departments. So, okay. So yeah, the first thing that we did is memory. So basically, we'll show they will show 12 pieces of it. So that and then have to memorize them. What we show strategy is we divide systems into three. So each of us will have of four pictures and put them into that order. So we kind of did very quickly. The second one we did is a visual. So what they see is basically lots of visual stuff. And I could probably see what it meant because each symbols or each visual has a meaning of it. So if it says, for example, if you see the word pains, but the P is smaller and then I, and S gets a little bigger, it's growing pains. And then the seven of the letter C's, right? C. Seven C's. The seven C's. That's another example. And I did that so fast because I already know all this visual and I know what has the meaning of it. But the third section that we had is solving a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. But to make it more difficult, because I thought we're supposed to flip over and see what the visual thing, but they told us that you have to solve this blindly and not knowing what are we actually solving here. We did, and we did this very fast. We did it so fast that we can't even get into this thing. We can't even see what we're actually solving, but we did it so fast. We did it so quick. And last not least that I had is the matches. Oh yeah, there's a lot of matches matches right there on the social media. Oh, we have those in the wild. So we basically solve into particular things and then you get into what you have. So saying remove this number of matches to create this stuff. So what we usually had is that we see, and I remember this particular number right there is remove two matches, right? Basically, to move two matches to create the pos the a possible lowest. What is the possible lowest number? No, I'm gonna show you what it is. It's remove two matches to make the lowest possible number. Okay, to make whatever the lowest possible number is. And I just found out right away, and I found immediately when we solved this one. How does we found out, move three batches or four matches to make a square that is the exact same size. To make all the squares with the exact same size. The three squares and the four squares thing is very similar to what we had. And so we did. We finished all 10 things and we pick it up and get the rest of them, pick up where we left off. And there, I finally did it and we just wait and we're anxious to see who wins because I have no idea and I don't want to know who wins. Well, no, I don't even wanted to know who who wins. It's gonna be to whoever wanted to be, so let the win whatever they want to win so that they have no idea what they're gonna do. Okay. And then we somehow, after we did this, we did the food truck, and then they announced the closing ceremony. Okay, lots of good things in the closing ceremony, and they found out whatever the winners they are. A lot of great things. And then we somehow winning the first place of winning Brainbusters, and I'm gonna to show you. But if you're listening to this podcast, with this audio, you won't be able to show it, but I will show you my certificate that I have won that thing. So, so just to prove that I have won this, I have just won one of the summer games. Well, the city summer games, not the actual Summer Olympics that we had. That was for next year, but we have our own summer games. We have our own events, everything. They were hosted by different departments or different groups. Now, but yeah, this is the proof that I actually won. We'll see this is invertebrated, but well, you'll get this concept. You'll see. All right, I'm gonna put this aside so that this is going. And then after that, we don't have much anything else to do. We just go back to our whole life, going to work, all good things. And I know what are some things coming up right now for me. So there are things coming up, but tomorrow, as of recording this episode, tomorrow I have to go to my cousin's birthday party. Okay. My cousin Nigel had celebrated a party of because he had a little great party that ever done. So So he'll be 23 years old. Okay, so 23 years old is a good thing. He'll be in the same age as me, but in about a week later, about a week after his birthday, it's my birthday. I'm 24. I'll be 24 years old, so things are about to change a little bit for me because 24 is something that I want to do. I want to do something very passionate. I want to do something very different like on my birthday because being 24 is something that it's looking a little different for me for my birthday. So don't try and ignore my also everything. So yeah, where is this party gonna take place? Well, it's gonna be in a Chinese buffet. So there is a spot for us where we celebrate the birthday and probably have to take some time off and come back here and dress up for the occasion just to get to the part. It's in the buffet, okay? It's in the Chinese buffet in Chituaga. So yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna celebrate his birthday, 23. That's a really great way to celebrating 23, the Jordan number, 23. So we're gonna have a lot of fun too there. Okay, next one I really want to talk about because in about a couple of weeks I'll be 24 years old. 24 is a very, very unique age than being 20. 24 is something fun to me because that is like a keystone. This is turning, yes, I'm getting older, but I'll do the same things, but some things might change. So there are gonna be a lot of things about to change because me being 24 is something I wanted to do. Whew. 24, I will still be the same person as will be the same person that I'll describe, but there are some things that I might have to change because I have been a little trying things through life, but I get through it. I got myself through it with most of the years that I've gone through. Being 24 is very special to me because in 2023, it's definitely my year. But it's also turning 24, it's something else that I have thought about. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes around here, and I mean, how are you even being 24? Because I mean, 24 years of age has a little bit of meaning, but it's still not changes there. But according to them, because I'm kind of want to hold itself, and I'm trying to be 24. There's a lot of list things, a lot of things that I have to go through, but there are some goals that I have done in my life of 30 and 24. Because 24 is definitely the door. It's a big, giant door of adolescence because 20, 21, 22, and 23 were definitely the adolescence with, but a little bit according to it. Is that being 24, I will still have a lot of fun, but as I'm getting to 24, it is, yeah, I feel like I am out of being adolescence. I am, yeah, I am out of being adolescence and turning myself into be an adult, to be a very responsible adult. I think there are 20 something reasons why, because being early 20s, because they say, because people always say that I'm in early 20s, but by hitting 24, I'm out of the early 20s. I am mid 20s. it's like I'm just being an adult now. Not a yeah. 24, 24. I'm just about to be an adult. I have to be very respectful. But the age does takes things a lot because whatever the age you are, because especially me, for I'm in the intersection of being an adult. I am just now have to be an adult. I wanted to leave all of my inner child behind. I want to get everything out of the way and just get everything out. Because when I'm feel older, because when you feel old, there are some things that you have to put them away. But as you get older, you can go back into some of the memories that you have before at your age, at some of the early ages that you have done. And I know just age is just being a number, but it meant something. It's a crazy moment that I have that I'm turning 20. I was turning 21 when the pandemic happened because that was 2020, right? Yeah, it's 2020. Just being 2020. 2020 being turned 21 in the year 2020. That's the year pandemic. I because I knew the gambling is legal and drinking is illegal. And when I turn 18, even if I have just turned 18 or before 13, I'm allowed to vote, right? I allow myself to have the right. You have some privileges to do. Oh my gosh, my feet's about to kill me. Yeah, being 24 is something because I'm entering adult now. I'm becoming an adult and I had to act like an adult and stop being an adolescent anymore. Leave it behind. Everything behind and get serious about life. Don't get too serious about your life. Just take life whatever life you want to live. It's a age, still have to live life, regardless what the age is. Okay, I have a little fun things with you because I really want to get into some fun things. Because me turning 24 is something I want to expect. This is probably like the future me. No, the future Michael 20 who's turning 24. You'll probably gonna understand this by the time when you're older. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this one. Top catalog comp. They say, what are some 24 reasons that 24 is the best age ever? Okay, there's a lot of 24 reasons here. Number one, it's not 23. Which, let's face it, Blink-182 is not like nobody likes you when you're 23. Yeah, because if you're 23, no, I will still like you. By turning 24, they will still like you. Will like you as you start growing. Start growing, make more friends, make some new friends, and just go through lives for whatever the reason. All right, second one. You're officially in your mid-20s, which means you're still at liberty to make certain mistakes. You're still likely to be forgiven for them. So yeah, even if I'm mid-20s, I can still make mistakes. Yeah, and I will forgive all that mistakes that I have been drawn on for this reason. Number three, nobody expects you to have your life lead together yet. You can still be figuring out exactly what you want about love, career, family, politics, and without people telling you it's time for what. Okay, so you don't have to life yet to be completed yet. You're still trying to figure out who are you, what you're trying to do, and what you want to get out of it. So yeah, it's just kind of still formulating who you are as a person. All right, number four, all your friends are not married yet, and all your friends are not in a long-term relationship, so you haven't really started to feel the settle down pressure, which my current is. So yeah, if you're not committed into marry yet, no. Let's say they have not committed yet to being married, into boyfriend, girlfriend. They haven't done it yet. But you still have to feel with this down. Oh, I'm gonna find a man, I'm gonna find a woman to sell in. Yeah, because by the time you're in almost in the almost in the late 20s, you'll have to find somebody to take care of you because parents not gonna be with you anymore. They'll still support you, but it will be out of the picture. Just so forget that, okay? Oh, is my microphone bad? Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, okay, is my microphone on? Hold on a second. Try to test here because I think my microphone's a bad thing here. Okay, hello? Hello? Okay, yeah, we're still good. We're still good to go. All right, we're still good to go. All right, number five. But if you're married or are planning to, there's not going to be too much judgments. You don't know who you are yet. So if you're trying to be married and if you're planning to get married someday, even if they have the ring, there's there's not going to be a lot of judgment right now of marrying too early because marrying too early, saying 18, 19, or 20, maybe 21, saying that I really want to marry too early. But being married too early, so fast, so quick, you're probably gonna more likely in a favor of divorce. More likely if you're married too early. Don't want that to happen. Okay. Number six, you probably do know what you want from someone when it comes to love. Even if you're perpetually single, you experience and deserve enough to know a thing or two. Because if you're, yeah, this is if you know you're single, if you probably know things or two about yourself, you start opening this relationship. You can start finding someone. But I'll have my opinion about dating apps because I'll talk about that in another episode with the dating apps and stuff. Well, it's all about that. All right, number seven. But more importantly, you probably know what you don't want from a relationship, and you're less likely to be okay with just having anyone to feel like you have someone. So, what you don't want to finish it, yeah, it's basically finding some red flags that you don't want ever relationship. Because if you feel like think this could be a red flag to you, yeah, that relationship will not go into things. So imagine what this relationship is going to be like. You'll you're probably going to get there. You probably get into development with some relationship. Okay, number eight, you got enough experience to feel at least somewhat confident in your ability to handle what life throws at you. If you're gonna feel a little bit of confident on what obstacles you'll have to go through, and hopefully you can out of get it out of it and then continue on with what you're doing. That's a really good one. Number nine, you're more than likely to you don't have enough experience to know how to handle everything completely. And you still ask for help from time to time. So yeah, I feel I understand it because if you know something, you know things where you actually don't know and you actually need some help to do this or do that. More also. Number 10, you got a good idea where your relationships stand friends from all walks of life, whether it's college, high school, your workplace, etc. So yeah, even if you have met this person through high school, to your college, to your workplace, check their Instagram page, check everything to see how they're doing, how's their life now going on. Yeah, I've seen some few friends and they're onto good things. It just it just hopefully you get used to all of this because and I think I have met some one of my classmates from high school and who when I was in the plane because I was about to go home from Texas. I have saw one of my classmates and she recognized me because I and she sat next to me and I did not know that you have someone from high school from iPrep. Yeah, hopefully the life has been going on through and get a lot of good things and have a little talk things about what's going on. Yeah, I can still talk to you. And if there's any help or somewhere along those lines, it's gonna be a little good things. Number 11, you hopefully understand that as much as you don't like paying bills, paying them on time, there are actual ramifications you have to deal with if you don't. I understand I do not like paying bills and paying them getting on time. I have to get used to it because I don't bother or I don't mind paying my own bills and stuff. But as long as you pay them on time so that you don't have to do a lot of good things. Okay. All right, number 12. You're way more financially conscious if you hadn't been before. Calculating how much you need to pay out for something to save up by a certain time becomes important to you. So you'll get to the more cautious when it comes to financial things. So figure out your own money. So if you want to save something more. Spend something, same time, don't spend too much. Because you get into bad things. 13. You're simply less likely to tolerate peer pressure or insults from other people. For some reason, making that turn to your mental gives you a mental boost. You'll get, if they told you the peer pressure or some insults, they'll give me something that I really wanted. So just for me, personally me. Yeah, that kind of get into it. 14. People are more likely to take you seriously, especially at work. Sure, you might not be a career veteran or anything, but being means you're looked at as a professional. Means you're looked at as a professional. Even if you don't always feel like one. I will always try to be as professional. Okay. But I have to be as professional as possible and not do anything that's way past that line, way past this professional line that you're cross. Well, unprofessional line that you have to cross. 15. You understand your parents a little bit better now. You're probably more likely to let go of any grievances you have with them over anything. Indeed, you probably like your parents better than the most people. So you probably like your parents more than anybody else in the world. Just love your parents. Do the chores, even if you don't have to tell them to. 16. Not that you aren't ever able to change your life, but 24 is a drastic change in any facet of your life. Won't raise red flags or lead people to think you need an intervention. Okay? You don't need intervention. You don't anything that could raise your little red flag. No intervention is needed because having an intervention is the fear or something. Because they tell you to change things and stuff. It's fearsome for me. I don't know what to do with life. But now I understand I learned all the lessons that I had to because I'm not stupid enough. But I'll probably exist from time to time. But who needs an intervention? It's what I fear the most. So number 17, you're still not sure how to really achieve all your goals. You have a better handle of the right people you need to speak with and how to navigate certain things through networking. Hopefully you learn networking is good. So yeah, I'm like trying to do networking. I'm trying to connect as many people as possible so that I have all the conversations going through left and right, going through where hopefully we get into this thing, get into some good talks. Not having a small talk, just have a little good old big talks about certain things, I like to be social, okay? I know I'm an introvert, but I'm wanted to be as social so that I'm an extrovert. But I'm not trying to stay away from being an extrovert because I don't like talking to other people. No, don't want that. Number 18. You hopefully learn by now that you don't need to be friends or please everyone, but also you don't need to be disrespectful just because you don't like someone. I don't have to be disrespectful because of somebody. Yeah, I don't have to be disrespectful because I will know. I will keep my mouth shut and I will tell them honestly, just between me and the person who I don't like at all. Because I'm not a people pleaser. So right now I'm not a people pleaser. I don't need to be pleasing people. Number 19. Your metabolism is still in check. It hasn't completely fallen apart on you yet. So yes, eat that second and third cookie. Keep skipping on the fourth and fifth. And and not only is your metabolism in check, there's still a part of you that can handle more than a few. Okay? Whatever your metabolism you have, it'll still be in check. You can eat whatever something you want. But your metabolism is still in place. It can still be getting to you. So hey, number 20 is, but you're also done with your binge slash too much of everything phase. Whether it's food, liquor, or TV, you know very well by now that too much of everything is bad. Yeah, I don't have to watch TV just to know things. I don't have to binge something because I don't have time to do things. I have life to get through it. Oh, okay, I have some things to get through with, you know. Okay, number 21, you crave more in people than just being gender superficial. You want interesting conversations, reliability, and enlightenment, not just excitement or fun. You want to be around people who cause you to think and to grow. So you have to be with people around you so that you're not the only one, so that you can think of yourself and you have to grow as you go along. Just conversations, just not rely on somebody and feel enlightened about what you have. Okay. Number 22. Nobody's gonna tell you you're wasting away your 20s. If you choose to stay in more than you stay out. It's the age where people understand you might just be a homebody or possibly just not into going out as much. Okay. I mean, being in the 20s, you're not gonna say, oh, you're 20, you're wasting your own thing. Can you explain it to me by staying home? Well, yeah, because not into going out at all because going out is too much. I don't want to be going out to sometimes, but sometimes if I do, but when if I do? If I do, then yeah, I have a reason to go outside. But other than that, I stay home. Nothing else I can do about it. Number 23. You feel like you're finally getting a sense of balancing in your life. Yeah. Even if it's not perfect, you definitely feel like you're more in control than you were in your early 20s, but without the worries you might have in your later 20s. Probably have a balance leverage you because sometimes you feel like, oh, you know what? I let it win. I'm just gonna eat things and just settle down. Or you say, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna get up, go for a walk, do the exercise, do your thing, just get out there. It's all about the balance. Because because I'm Libra, and there are two things. There's a scale. It bounces left or right. It's just little tips of the paper. But it has to be exact things. All right. Lastly, 24. You feel old enough to know better, but young enough to know that you got the rest of your life ahead of you to get it right. And still have a lot to follow along the way. You'll get something great, okay? You'll get something in a good and fashion. Be great. Because I'll feel not there. I will know better, but I've got what it is to get it right. Because Even though I feel old enough to know something that's better, but I'm also young enough to know that, hey, I have to get this right. I have to. have it. I have many opportunities to get everything right. And I still have the fun. 24 is being fun because I like being 24 in 24, but I'm not 24 yet. I'm in a couple of weeks. So hopefully that 24 things can definitely prove to me that, yeah, hey, 24 and you're entering an adult now. Just saying is, please, no, act like adults, but still have to think about what you're going to do. Even if they don't tell you what to do anymore. They don't. You know, lots of good things. A lot of great design, and I love this one. I love this is the best. All right, I am done with this episode of Real Talk. It's been really fun to know what's going on with my life now, and gosh, it's big. It's not really that big, but 24 is another thing that I have talked about in the episode. But I did finally covered that one for you. I'm not sure if I remember that, hey, being 24 will be the next episode of the podcast. I don't know. If I talked about it in the last episode, then you'll get this episode. Really nice.